Well, here we are. We're at the Route 59. Hello YouTube, welcome back to another video on the channel. Today we're taking a ride out to Route 59 in Skipton. We've been a few times before. It is a little nice ride. I'll say a little, it's about just under an hour, so it's not too small, but it's not too long that your arse starts hurting, so it's a decent one. Cow, hello, out the queue. Just gonna have some little fun today. I hope I need to sort that mirror out. Can't see Nish, there we go, it's a bit better. I'm just gonna play around on the Duke today, probably waste all my petrol, but part and parcel, isn't it? How's everyone been doing? This is my first proper riding video in a few weeks, I think. I think my last video was the how to ride a motorcycle, and then the one before that was gear, I'm pretty sure, or like recording gear. So how have we been diddling? For those watching, how's your motorbike if you've got one? Are you planning on getting one? Have you changed in the last few weeks? Who knows? But yeah, chilled ride today. Want to make it home in one piece, don't we? So anyone in the UK will know, or even in Europe really, in the last few weeks the weather has actually been too hot, I'll tell you that. Obviously in the UK we're never happy, are we? Anyway, it's always either too cold, too windy, too rainy, too warm. But last week was physically far too hot. I mean, don't get me wrong, today it's quite content, it's nice, but it is a bit humid. It was so hot last week, all I could do was sit there and drink ice cold water and do nothing else. I think they like the Mustang, don't you? Eyeing it up. I mean, it is nice. Do you know what? I watched this video the other day and it was saying about once you start riding motorbikes, everything else that sort of half brung you enjoyment last time doesn't do anything for you. It's quite busy, say it's a Tuesday. Let's squeeze through this gap here. Whoa, bit of gravel, didn't like that. Just going green now, innit? See if we can get in here. Say thanks to that guy, just so he's not fuming. Yeah, so it says once you start riding motorbikes, stuff that brought you, a little bit of enjoyment before just don't bring you any enjoyment since you start riding motorbikes, because the thrill of riding motorbikes is just too good. And one of them that I can relate to is cars. I used to love cars. Specifically, like, high-end cars, obviously, like Porsche, Lambo, Ferraris, McLaren, all that stuff. And when I used to see them out, that phone used to be whipped out rapid. Oh, geese, look at them. But anyway, yeah, my phone used to get ripped out rapid, and I used to take photos, videos, and be like, wow, I kind of need to get a load of money so I can get one of them cars. But I'm really not arsed anymore. Like, now I just think I just want a 1290 Super Duke, you know what I mean? Or a BMW S1000R, that's all I want in my life. Like, if I was to come into a load of money tomorrow, by the grace of God, I probably wouldn't buy a car first. I'd definitely get, I say I'd get a 1290 Super Duke, I haven't even passed my test yet. I'm not old enough, so that's great. But I'd first buy a load of land, smooth it all out with tarmac, and then buy a 1290 Duke to ride it on privately. Do that before I got a supercar. That's how much I couldn't really care about cars anymore. Just the enjoyment you get from bikes just definitely outweighs everything else in terms of like motor vehicles. Funnily enough, one of the first group rides I ever did was to Route 59, and it absolutely pissed it down. That video's still on my channel somewhere if you want to go find it and zoom on a little bit to about halfway in. It was absolutely banging it down. And it didn't even look like it was going to run either. From what I can remember, it just all of a sudden hittles, because obviously the UK is extremely bipolar, but yeah, it just all of a sudden hit us in face, and it were absolutely appalling. It's probably going to relive one of my dad's sad memories. But last night we were sat there watching Rev Comps, because we had a ticket on the 1290 or 1390 Super Duke car that they had on 2025. Absolutely beautiful bike. It was jet black. It were absolutely naughty. It's also my dream bike. If that had been in garage, that would have been nice to look at every day. But yeah, this time wasn't the right time to win, unfortunately. But one day, hopefully. I don't know what it is about the 1290 and the 1390 Super Dukes. They just look They just do so much more for me than sports bikes do. Obviously, like a Ducati and stuff, and the R1Ms from Yamaha, they do something for me. They look just ridiculous. And the Fireblades, but Super Duke, man, you're not constantly leant over. You can actually, you could do whatever you want on it, do you know what I mean? Whereas with the sport bike, you're pretty limited. Really need to get past this van really, because he is slowing my life down. Same time, I need to give him a bit of room around these roads, because all of a sudden you could just slam on here because people come round driving like tits, and then both cars can't get through. But it was a really nice little village up way to Route 59 the first time we went, and me and my dad ever since have said, where is that village? It were absolutely beautiful, so I'm hoping it takes us on sat-nav through that village today. But the last 2 times we've been, it didn't take us through, and I don't know where we're going wrong. I don't know what turn we need to turn in order to get down to this village, but it were picturesque, man. It was like something out of a film. It was great, so quiet and peaceful as we come through with the Black Widow exhaust and my dad's Bandit. But you know, similarly to what I've been saying about the not getting as much enjoyment out of certain things, I genuinely think if I were to go to like a sports bike now, let's say a Ninja 650 A2 compliant, or even a CBR 600R, whatever it is, the ones that are A2 compliant, I don't think I'd have nowhere near as much fun on it than I would on this Duke, because I couldn't imagine going to a bike now with less torque than what this has. And I know it'll still have pull like a Honda CBR or whatever, or a Ninja 650. Obviously it'll still have pull, but the deep grunt of the Dukes, you can't get that on any other bike. But do you know what I mean? Like, if I go to a bike now that had a pathetic amount of torque, when I do little blips like that, it's not going to feel nowhere near as good. Actually, one thing to mention, my dad might be getting a camera soon. Have that on his bike or his helmet, but as much as it's his own footage, could also put it in my videos as well, so it gives you a little bit of a different angle of me on my bike, because I've never actually took a video or had a video taken of me riding my bike from a third person point of view. Do you know what I mean? It's always just from either my Insta360 or my chin mount. So, oh, coppers, do you know what, I was just about to overtake them as well. I mean, obviously it's not illegal to overtake, but I think this is a 30 road, so I think they'd have guessed that I've been doing a bit more than 30, and I might have swung it round if they've had a bad morning. But do you know what, I've got a balaclava on, and it's like half in my eyes. I don't know if you can tell, but it's over my eyebrows right now. It's really frustrating me, and this van is pissed off as well. Get out of the way, man. No, my luck, I'll be going to Route 59 to drop off some bacon or something. Be turning left at this roundabout, water. Why? Because I know my luck is no good. So go on, get that left indicator on, pal. I already know it. Go on, put it on, put it on. Yep, there you go. You know, a few modifications I've been thinking of recently, that when the funds suffice, if that even is a word, I'm sure it is, I'm going to get them. Obviously a rear tyre, double Austin Racing, hopefully exhaust on back. That'd look absolutely crazy. Obviously bar end mirrors, because these are the most disgusting mirrors I've ever seen. Oh look, it's turning right. I think we are getting to a dual carriageway shortly. I know I said we're getting a country lane shortly and I lied, but can't wait to get past this fuck. Jesus Christ. Well, my sat nav's got quickest route on. What are you doing? Honestly, when I tell you this now, we've never turned left once at them lights, ever. Not once. Every single time we've come to Skipton, we've turned right at them lights. What is up with you?
I know, but I said to you to go left again.
I mean, no, I told these. I mean, this is a animal. I mean, no, I told these. I mean, this is a animal. I mean, no, I told these. I mean, this is a animal.
For fuck's sake. In neutral. Right, average speed, checker 50. I think this is why I didn't want to go this way, because he can't act holding his throttle steady at 50 mile an hour. Hey up, coppers. Jesus. Wow. That doesn't alert you of a hazard. Don't know what would. Meow. All the way up. Stopping there, rubbernecking. Do you know, the downshifter, as in the quick shifter to go down, I still don't like using it, you know. I mean, I'm going to use it now. Are you ready? I just don't like it. I feel like it just breaks it. Obviously, I know it's designed to do that, but still doesn't mean I like it.
This is a animals of a horse, so yeah.
Let's go on to racetracks. I mean, the dual carriageway. Right, it's only a joke. Hello, you. I think my earplugs are in my pocket, so I can at least put them on way back. So I did that video on my socials, if anyone's seen it. Oh. And I was talking about earplugs and whether you wear them or not when you're out on your bike. Now, obviously, I've heard a few opinions online. People wear them because it makes your bike sound nicer. Now, I don't know if you've heard of that reason before, but it's true apparently. Obviously, it'll be with all vibrations and whatever else, so I get that. But then one that I didn't even think of, that most people were saying why they wear them, is wind noise. And then I thought about it, and I'm like, yeah, that's facts, because when we went to Oliver's Mount, on the way back, obviously, we're about a 2-hour ride, and majority of the way back we're on air roads and motorways, very rarely on a road going less than 40 miles an hour, so there were a hell of a lot of wind noise. And when we got back, we both said the same thing. We was like, my ears feel full, like they were ringing. It were a really odd sensation. But thinking back, it had been all wind noise, so hopefully I haven't damaged my ears too bad, but I'll put them in on way back because I do want to protect my hearing. Two biggest fears in life, going blind and deaf, so I might as well do what I can to protect the deaf part. Have you guys ever been to Skipton? Let me know in the comments. I mean, would this be classed as like the centre bit? I don't know, but you can have a really nice day out, you know what I mean? I probably say this every video, but I can't imagine how fast a 1290 Duke must be. I mean, that is ridiculous, isn't it? Absolute beast. I mean, no wonder they call it the beast. I couldn't even guess the brake horse on it. Isn't it like 140? I don't know if it's a really bad guess. I'll put a screenshot of the horsepower it's got now. I'm pretty sure it's 140-ish, somewhere around that mark, or 160 maybe, I don't know. I'm glad it's sort of cooled down again. As I mentioned briefly at the beginning of this video, the weather has been really, really warm recently. Too warm, if anything. I think it's coming again though. I think it is. I mean, it's a motorbike dreamland, but you can be too hot, you know. And that led me on to one of my questions on one of my most recent videos I did anyway, and asked people about, like, would you sacrifice or, you know, not wear certain amounts of gear if it's been warm or if it is warm? And surprisingly, a lot of people actually said yeah, they would, and that shocked me really. Like, people saying, oh, you can get heat stroke, blah blah blah, dehydration. I get that, but surely if you just took a bottle of water with you, pulled up every half hour or so, had a swig, surely it'd be sound, you know what I mean? I get it, we're hot, like honestly, it was so... UK hot is hotter than like abroad hot, I swear to God. Like, I get it, we're hot, but one thing that made me cringe was thinking about, if you want to come off your bike, let's say it's too hot, you're not wearing your jacket, maybe you're literally in shorts and a t-shirt, right, and then just an helmet. Like, if you come off your bike in red hot weather, we all know how hot tarmac gets. Imagine falling off, getting rid of your entire skin on one part of your body or everywhere, and then being laid flat with maybe, you could have broken bone, you might not be able to move, and you're laid flat on the burning tarmac. Surely that adds to the pain. That is a little bit worse than being a little bit too hot with all your clothes on, with all your gear on. Do you know what I mean? Just take breaks, is my opinion. Obviously everyone can do what they want at the end of the day. I'm not saying you have to wear gear if it's hot, but yeah, to me I find it bonkers. Like, I remember I once took my bike to work a few months ago, to when I had my 125, and where I'd initially parked it in car park were like reserved for some sort of visitor or something, and I had to move it, but obviously I wasn't going to put all my gear on, literally to move the bike 20 yards from one end of the car park to other. But I got on it, I started it up, got in first and moved it to other end of the car park, and I was just in, didn't even have a helmet on, do you know what I mean? And even that was scary. I thought, you know, if I'd have come off, not only would I made myself look a tit in front of everyone, I'd have been a very sore tit. You know, I mean, don't know if it's healthy or not, but when I am downshifting and I'm coming to a stop and not touching anything and just letting the bike slowly come down in revs, it sounds beautiful. because it's a bit of like a pop pop pop. Just imagine how nice them double Austin Racing exhaust must be. Like, it doesn't have to be Austin Racing, do you know what I mean? I'm probably picking the most expensive exhaust system there. Leo, Vince, I know they're just doing normal slip-ons. I don't know if they do a double. But I will look. It's just Austin Racing. If I've ever seen, whenever I've seen a Duke, whether it be a 790 or a 1290, whatever it is, and it's had double exhausts, it's always been Austin Racing. And I just love like the Italian colours on it. I'm gonna guess it is Italian because I swear they've got the Italian flag on it, but it looks so good. And there's a few little customisations you can do, you know what I mean, with like the colours and stuff, and it's just so nice. I mean, if anyone knows of any other double exhaust you could get on a 790 that isn't Austin Racing, then do let me know. But yeah, once I get me double exhaust, I'm definitely gonna go get it tuned at a dyno or whatever, because apparently it just makes it so smooth. And I know how your bike runs after you get a different exhaust on it. It can run a little bit worse than what it did when you just left the stock exhaust on, so I definitely want to get it tuned no matter what when I get an exhaust. Apparently it just makes it run so nice, and everything from the gear changing to revving up, like, it's so smooth. Thinking about it, actually, this is my first time to Route 59 on my 790, which is nice because obviously turning up on a 125, you enjoy the ride day, you like looking at other bikes or whatever, but not like you feel a bit of a tit, but you want like a decently big bike people would actually look at, do you know what I mean? Whereas you have a 125 and people don't really look twice. I absolutely love this bike. Some of the 890s and the 990s are catching my eye as well recently. I think Lamb Chops Rides did a video on an 890 and it was good, to be fair. I mean, it just lifted, the front end just lifted. You didn't have to do anything out the ordinary at all. It would just twist that throttle back a little bit and front wheel would just want it to come up. And that's KTM all over, like, they're so fun. Anyway, we're 2 minutes away. Why is it? I hope that didn't jump out of first gear then into neutral. So it's just on the left down here, so let's have a look. It is a random Tuesday afternoon, so however many people are here, I'm not sure. Is this it? No. Right, okay, this one. And there's nobody here. There's literally not a singular bike. No singular bike. Well, that was a bit of a letdown, but like I say, it's a random Tuesday. Where are all bikes? Well, here we are. We're at the Route 59. It is very warm today, and I was saying on the way here, oh, it's got a little bit better. It's a bit cooler today. It is humid as out today. And look at the cloud. It looks nice, doesn't it? The weather looks nice. But anyway, getting a sausage sandwich. So. An hour home apparently. Rightio, I mean it's cooled down a bit now, thank God for that. Unless that's just the breeze talking to me nicely, it might be. I think we've gone past the junction. Right, apparently, I think this is a nice village, I think. I'm confident it is. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's this little string of houses. They just look so lovely. It's like a wonderful retirement area in it. Do you know what? Like I mentioned before, with this being an A2 restricted bike, it is pretty damn quick. Like, I am planning on doing a proper in-depth review of it, do you know what I mean? I've had the bike for about 2 months now, so I think I've had it for long enough and I've covered enough miles to give. That was a ginger cat. There it is. Oh, I don't think it was ginger, but more of a light brown. Let me just tell him that with a village. Let's see if he agrees. That was a little village, wasn't it? Yeah. Yeah, it's nice. Tell you what, I'll stop racing now. Let my dad catch up a bit. One question I wanted to ask actually is, do you guys have like a preferred side of where you want to lean? Because I'm sure I prefer leaning left more than I do right. I don't know why. Where are we going? Where's my dad? Should probably give my visor a clean as well, because all I can see right now is bugs. I love this bike. So fun. Pretty fed up of hearing me say that, to be honest. Are you ready? Yeah. Thank God for bikes, eh? Honestly, I hate traffic. I absolutely hate traffic. It's my pet peeve. There's too many cars on road, so thank God for bikes to make traffic pretty much non-existent. Anyway, before we get to the big horrible dual carriageways that I'm sure you're sick of seeing, I think this is a good place to wrap up this video. There you go, on another brother to finish it off. But if you did make it right to the very end, then thank you very, very much. Give this video a cheeky like, leave a comment, subscribe, that would be very much appreciated. But yeah, thanks very much guys. I'll see you in the next video next week. Check out my socials. I post twice daily on there, so be sure to head over to my TikTok, Instagram, Facebook as well. Nice one. See you in the next one. Peace.